Good morning.
Good morning. I was like making a face because I saw the circle during. Hi everybody. How many people are here? And it's 5 people. Thank you 5 people for coming. And I know one of them's probably me and one of them's you. So it's three.
No, I'm not on actually on my phone.
You're
So
not. So then it's
I'm
we have four.
because
Donnie's here.
I had the chat pulled out.
Sabrina, are you still here? Hi Sabrina. And Greg I saw was here. I know Miss Dawn Southern Finds. What's happening? This flipped off.
I'm trying to turn my sound off on my phone.
Uh, so everybody who's here I was like, put a one in the chat.
Oh Jesus! There she goes.
You're
Put a
supposed
one
to
in the
engage the audience
chat.
and make them do stuff. That's what they say. It brings more people to your chat. So keep chatting in the chat. Let's get the party started.
That's right, G. Get the party started.
Take all that stuff from the freezer when you go to your play. No kidding. No kidding.
Debbie put a one. Hey, Debbie.
Hey Debbie, how's it going? My husband's still here. Are you eating breakfast? He's about to. What are you making?
What do you think? The same thing as every day.
Yesterday we had toast. What basically includes toast. He's making toast. Isn't toast
Making toast.
So I was
Toast is
telling
better than nothing.
Roxy saw a rabbit and she was staring at the driveway. So I didn't see the rabbit, but I looked over. Hey Jane, how's it going? Once the party gets started, let's have horns. And do I have any New Year Eve stuff? I do. I have some of that.
Jane says she's gonna get this party started. Nobody
All right,
else will.
Jane. Well, I have. You want to really party? No.
Oh my goodness.
He's making.
Thank you, Jane.
He might be making an English muffin, but he bought some bread that was called French toast bread. It's Pepper Farm, right? They have swirl breads that are
no
like toast breads, and those even the raisin. I like that a lot. He doesn't like raisins. But
I don't like raisins, but I'll eat raisin bread. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I know a lot of people that would, as a matter of fact, because it seems like most of the people I've ever lived with did that. They didn't like raisins, and I love raisins. I used to like putting it in savory food. Hey, Johnny's here with the raid.
Johnny, raid from Johnny. Hey, Duane.
So, I'm assuming
Precious is giving me a bath this morning.
Duane is Peddling Profits, but I only remember Peddling Profits. Hi. Welcome. So Duane has the new hair, the new spicy hair.
Precious said good morning.
Precious has new hair, it looks like. She looks cute.
Yeah, we're going to go cut all this off.
Really?
Like
Get them
wet.
It stays dirty. Roxy has discovered that if she'll like she'll get to the squeaker without even using a without putting it on the floor.
Ah, okay.
But if you're around, she'll use your body as a table for the squeaker, and she'll bite on it, and you just happen to be under her mouth. Bye-bye.
Look at this. Look at this.
Okay.
Fresh.
Precious. She's just. I had a suspicion that dogs were cleaning their tongues when they do that, but I think they get endorphins.
Well, her tongue ought to be spotless by now.
Norton takes a drink of water, and then he comes running over with the
Now she just moved to my leg.
They're very tasty.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's like
we must taste like.
Does she think I stink or something?
No. I don't know, do you?
Like she turned around, now she's getting the bottom of my leg.
We don't have smell-o-vision, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, no, I mean I'm smelly. I'm just I like it.
Precious. Stop. Okay, come up here and talk to people and quit licking.
I walked up the stairs because when Roxy discovered the rabbit, she went running around the yard looking for more rabbits. The yard. She
doesn't have Ewok ears because I'm letting her ears grow out so they don't stick out.
But I wonder if it hurts. Maybe it hurts weighing her ears down. Maybe she wants. can you imagine if we had hair on our ears? I would shave it off.
I know. I don't know. You want to go? You want to go see TT? Go ahead. Well, what do you want to do? We'll go.
Well,
Go.
you almost like if you would have the same haircut that I gave Tony, except that he doesn't have any hair up top to make.
Oh
sense.
wow! Well, thank you. It's you can't see with the.
I was saying that the overhead light was whiting it out so much that it almost looked like you had no hair up tight.
So that's what it looks like.
It's cute. It's really cute for me for the summer. That would be the most ideal thing if I lived.
Oh, Debbie's cooking bacon.
Yes, yummy.
Yes.
I like bacon in if it's not that crispy. I feel like sometimes when it's really overcooked. Now I don't mean like crispy cooked, which
Garrett likes
I think I
bacon.
could break a tooth on it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like it a little like just in the middle. It has to be cooked. If it's undercooked, I won't eat it. And if it's super crunchy, I don't really want it. What can I say? English muffins, it is, with tea. He likes the tea with the bergamot. What is that? Earl Grey? I've had Lady
know.
Grey.
Hey, Paul.
Paul is here. Good day. I mean, it's not good day. It's good.
It'll be good night.
Good night.
Oh God, my brain is not working today. I know it doesn't work every day, but it's really out of sorts today.
How do we turn on a brain? Why not?
I know.
I'm not going to share.
It's very out of sorts. I don't know.
Well, I live out of sorts.
So day 3 of no eBay sales.
Oh.
I'm just about to kick eBay to the curb.
Turn it off and turn it back on. Okay. Do you know she's a YouTuber who went to private practice. Like she opened a store, Lindy Glenn, I think her name is. It's not Lindsay,
Yeah,
it's Lindy.
it's Lindsay. Yeah, it's Lindy.
Lindy. And she's been doing a lot of YouTubes lately. And I hate to say, I think that it helps with her income. It's just an income revenue.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not having a good run of it. I mean, I feel really bad for her. They really deceived her on her first year of lease, and by the second year, it caught up to her. But today I saw a video she was doing where she was unboxing like one of her bestsellers, and when the gist of it was like, I've sold those things that she said she sells a lot for, only she's selling them for less money than I would, and it's one of those wallet all-purpose tools, and the edge is very sharp. So I got to thinking, she's been sued by customers in the store, like for slipping and stuff. What if somebody takes that out of the wallet and slices her finger open? She's gonna get sued again.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. I know she's
I was at the bin store this week, Wednesday, and all of us, this man was like, they have a set of bins, but then they have this real high wall where they have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. And all of a sudden, everything came down. It missed him by a hair. If that stuff would have fell on that man, he'd have been very hurt because it was like heavy stuff that they stack up there. They didn't even go to check on him immediately or say, hey, like, hey, Ella.
Yeah. Hey,
and it was just crazy, I thought, you know.
Jennifer loves raisins. Is she another raisin hater?
Who's a raisin hater? Oh, I got my thing on Top Chat, not Live Chat. I wish they would hate.
When you go to the real big box stores, they go quite high with their stock, and some of their stock could be like a dishwasher. I mean, they don't want anything. I mean, even a crate of detergent can kill you. But they block off the aisles for that. Even in the Home Depot, I always call it Home Depot. It's the Home Depot. So anyway, sometimes it's annoying because you think like, I'm not even going to be near that thing that's going to fall.
Right. Well, I mean, but they had like boxes sideways, and it was.
It's
I don't
Jenga.
have to go on
They,
that
they
side anyhow.
Jenga their boxes, and then someone says,
Right.
"Oh, I need something from under here."
I found a couple good things. I found a lot of pegboard pegs, like brand new boxes of pegboard pegs.
Well, I'm just saying that was a big thing. I feel when they started unloading the docks and they got perhaps like the truckers to deliver stuff to the depots. Finally, there was such a glut of merchandise that these bin stores had a lot of stuff and they got it for a very reasonable price. But that is over. So she said, it's not the same game anymore. You can't trust what you're going to get. You have to pay up. I mean, like she said, did she say she was paying like thousands and thousands? I mean, like, was it 15 to 30,000 for like shipments of stuff? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw at ours they had some heat presses.
Meat?
Heat. HEAT. Heat presses.
Well, she said she's slowly transitioning her shop from the bins. She's making the bins instead of $1, just $3 all week long, and then do pegboard sales, like where you can make up any price you want. And I mean, some stuff might be $1, some stuff might be, but her mostly she just doubles stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of some people I know to try to just move stuff out. She's happy if she spends $3 to make 6. And she has rent and employees and insurances. I'm not saying you don't have expenses, because you do. But if that's her model, to make 100% or more, that's interesting. I know, I know jewelers. I know that Macy's model was to mark everything up like 5 times. So they could mark 50% off and still make money.
Well, I don't know what my model is anymore. I really don't. I think I might put like a 30% sale. Promoted listings. Well, not. I have promoted listings, and I usually do 15 to 20%,
which makes it looks like 30% off what you get. Probably.
So, I mean, I have a cap on my promoted listings at 10, but still. So by the time you do that, it looks like I'm at 50%, which I guess is not bad, but they say you should be lower. But I don't know. My booth is not doing nothing right now. So it's packed to the gill.
Well, now's the time, I think, people, when it chills, well, you don't really have full air, but I know, like, back to school, then comes people spending money. Because they have to spend money they don't have to, but they do, for the holidays. I'll just say it in general. All holiday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now. But during the
summer,
I
do suggested rate, Debbie. I do suggest it with a cap at 10.
But don't they always suggest?
Not on everything. Some things are higher and some things are lower.
Two and a half times. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about what we did on we would do, I think, 2 double less. And then we added like a 10% to it. And then we would do to cover our shipping and all that stuff. And then we would do 2 times when we had our gift basket business.
We used to do, I'm trying to say, like, more than that we used to do 2.5 times the cost of the goods. When I was making jewelry for people, we would charge twice the amount plus the shipping so it was like almost 2.5 times the price of, like, so if the silver would be 2.5 times what silver cost. Because just in case you melt it, you have a back, you have like a little back to deal with it. But we would tack on an hourly wage. And my teacher always said, go into your local mechanics shop, see what he charges an hour. And then that should be your guideline. Like if you work slow, you could take off some money. But, people don't feel sorry about, I mean, the thing is you need your car. I mean, you don't really need a piece of jewelry, but people are buying gifts for their loved ones. This is just so he said if they're charged at the time they're charging like 75, now it could be 100 or 100 and a quarter. But I live in New Jersey, people. That's why I'm saying 100 or 125 per hour. Because I know there's still places where it's got to be like 75 or less an hour. But he says charge it. He goes, why should you feel guilty getting 75 an hour? And I said I feel guilty because I'm slow.
Right.
He could make up a box clasp in a half a day. I mean, when I was working on very big, complicated pieces, I sometimes worked on it the whole entire week.
Yeah, and that's the part I think some people don't want to pay or they don't understand is the labor, behind it.
Yeah, well,
but I haven't sold anything on eBay, like I said, in 3 days.
I haven't sold anything on the platforms that I'm on. I mean, I get likes. I've lowered all my prices. See, this is anti what I thought. I started lowering I raise them up, and then I lower, trying to see if there's a little snag that I could catch somebody at. But then it becomes so nothing that I make a copy of the listing and then double the price again. And a lot of times I sell it when I do that, which is it.
Right. I mean, I was relisting stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago I figured it out. I made about $1 an hour, but if I take the weekends off, but I
don't have any.
It's my own fault. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be retired. I have to throw away so much stuff. Where's Lisa? I'm ready to.
Right, you're right, Jane.
I'm making stacks of stuff to get rid of.
Yeah, I don't know that eBay's even showing my stuff. I guess I need to try to look for something that I have listed and see if it shows.
Well, let's let our not put your name down, but say a thing you have, and somebody from the audience look it up and see if her thing shows. Just see if it's working.
Okay.
And don't give the exact tile you put. Give a different thing.
They got so many of those. Stop it. A vintage green food dog toothpick holder.
That sounds good.
I just put that up. It's a miniature. It's cute.
I was thinking, remember when I tried to look up the, you said you had Converse low top white with some gold.
I
guess.
Oh, okay. Greg says he hasn't listed in 2 weeks. I mean, I haven't been listing a lot. I've been listing about 5 a day, but I used to list 5 a day and had 3 or 4 sales a day. Now yeah, this dog is making me crazy.
I mean, I know things go out of fashion sometimes. I don't know. When I moved out to New Jersey and I first started looking at eBay for all the stuff I had, there was some Czechoslovakian, very ornate perfume holders, and people were listing them for between $350 and $650. And now I'm looking at them, and if I see one for over $150, it seems like, oh wow, finally. But even that, I mean, that's depressing to me. It's these things are less and less available because they break. So you would think in 15 years the price should have gone up, but maybe the people who appreciated that stuff are dead. I don't know, because it's sort of generational. Maybe new people who have all that, the sleek furniture and then the purple uplights don't care about ornate perfume bottles.
Right. I don't know what the answer is anymore. I was thinking about ditching eBay and doing just the booth. Maybe getting another booth. I don't know. Because I have mine to the rim. I could fill another one to the rim. Totally. Right. Right. It's like you almost have to sell things people need.
Well,
So,
or really want.
right. So I did
And
sell
I
a
have
few things to another reseller in my area. So,
what's that? Well, I bought. You know how people were saying Timu has junk stuff? I could test something out for us.
yeah. You're right, Jennifer. You're right. But she said it picks up like around this time, it starts picking up. But I wouldn't have to buy all the extra boxes and the bubble and all and the paper. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do right now.
And the inventory is right in front of their face, so you don't have to look for it. That's something that's a bonus right there.
Yeah.
That they take it at point of sale, take it to the register and pay for it and go away.
Right.
And you don't have to deal with any of that. That's the
Right.
best part.
Hmm. And this is the first month I haven't done well, but some of the others are doing really well. I mean, Chris has done well in my booth this month, but I didn't. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll
So
see how it
Jane
goes.
is doing better on Etsy than eBay. That's interesting. You have jewelry. You could do Etsy for jewelry. You could try.
No, but I don't have like real jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I have
I don't know that
mostly.
it matters.
I mean, I have 736 listings right now, which is down for me. A 739. I usually would have like 1,000 or more. I've been up to 2,000 before.
I can't keep track of all this stuff. It's not worth it for me. It wouldn't. I don't know. It's worth it for some people. I just want to know, like the people who do the like. I buy stuff at yard sales and I sell it for a lot of money, and they sell it quick in the first week. Is it because they're just popular and I'm seeing their videos on YouTube and they get sales from their customers? I mean,
Right.
from the viewers. I wonder.
Yeah. Oh, I agree, Jennifer. And I think that's the problem when you got to pay $6 for a gallon of milk and $3 or between $3 and $5 for a loaf of bread. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then it costs you over $60 to fill up your tank, and it's crazy.
We remember I was saying I was driving around and you used to be able to get pretzel. I know pretzels is not necessarily a good indicator, but they used to have the Archway cookies as the indicator of the economy because they used to be $1 to $2 a box. They're now like $5 a box. And I'm thinking when the dollar box cookies are now like so expensive, you always could get a store brand of pretzels for $1, and now the store brand is like $4, or the teeny bag is $2. It's like, what happened? You can't. Even at the dollar store, the sizes are going smaller and smaller and
Right.
smaller. They
But I
call that
mean, yeah,
aging.
just like almost $3 for a bag of like a single bag of chips, like a personal bag of chips. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, it's
Yeah.
crazy,
Well,
totally crazy.
even the little, like if you go to fast food by here, the small sodas sometimes are $2.75 to almost $3. I'm like, $3 for a small soda. When did that start happening? So like,
Yeah.
if you're paying $6 for beverages, it's like it's almost like the food is cheaper than the. Come on.
But that's how they make their money, I think, on their drinks because they can.
I used to work for the franchise office for Olympia, New York, and it was New Jersey, and Coca-Cola came in and they said, we have a new sales option or idea for all of you, a new marketing ploy. And they're like, what? They go, no more small sizes. The small is now the medium. Guess what? You just increased your income by $5,000 a year. And people were like, huh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they don't even they didn't offer the 12-ounce cup anymore after that.
Well, and then, some of them say, if you dump the drink into each cup, it's the same amount of drink.
When I was a little McRobot, when I was 14, they had a thing that they said if people don't request light ice or no ice, fill it the ice to the top of the arches. They had arches on their cup, and that meant that they were getting like 4 ounces of beverage for the large. It was like so much ice was squeezing it out, crazy. But then then they started letting the regular person just fill up their own cup because it saved time from behind the scenes. And then they could hire one less person. So that became better. I used to make ice cream cones for people back in the day. And if I had 1 ounce too much of ice cream, they would make me throw it in the trash rather than hand it to the customer. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You want me to throw this away and then make another one that's smaller? Why don't you just make the customer happy? And they said, because then the customer will expect the big one every time. And I go, oh, okay. And they said, well, it's in the parking lot. I'll get fired. And I'm like, well, there, okay.
I went to a racetrack and I had ran in for a drink. There was nobody in line behind me. And she goes, that's all you have? I said, yeah. She goes, don't worry about it. Just go. And Garrett says they do that sometimes for their customers. Like they'll give you something free. Like I went to pay for my drink and she goes, that's all you got? I said, yeah. She goes, don't worry about it. I'm like, you sure? She's like,
but I could see that from a mom and pop. I'd be worried. Maybe, I'd be watched. Like you're letting people get free stuff.
No, I think that's part of their whatever.
But you know how they check the receipts in well, they do it in Costco when you're leaving. And one time they didn't charge me. I went to the checkout and they were scanning my card and they didn't scan the dog food. So they made me go back and pay for the dog food. But one time they didn't scan my chicken and they said, well, you could just keep it. I'm like, really? Just make me pay for it. They're like, no.
But when I was getting stuff, when Haley was getting married, and I had like the big log of ground meat down at the bottom. And when I was putting stuff in my car, I realized I didn't pay for it. So I went back in and paid for it. I mean, I didn't need bad karma. Hey, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Johnny sent him.
Thank you, Johnny.
You know what? I don't think I hit the thumbs up this morning.
Hit the thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up. I did not. What, Bella? What, Bella? I think he's supposed to go get a haircut today.
Well, husband's packing up his frozen food to go to the COVID house. His son has COVID. I'm whispering it like it's, God willing, he'll be fine.
Go see Thomas.
He was sitting in his room with the mask on and had the windows open. But I prefer he was doing work around there. Meanwhile, I'm in the supermarket and I'm sure like 10 people were sick around me.
Well, they're recommending that people wear their mask again if you're immunocompromised or elderly or.
Well, I got my flu shot and they called it RSV. We were calling it the RSVP, like response. And it's better, but it's a week.
Mm-hmm. It takes a while for it to go down.
It stopped hurting yesterday. But it was still hot to the time.
No,
I never had a reaction like that in my life. It would it hurt for 6 days, and it was red and swollen. Are you leaving now?
I'm leaving.
All right.
Bye, Tony.
Bye, honey. Take care. I'll see you later. I have to make dinner tonight. I got a break yesterday. We went out for
not the meatballs.
No meatballs. We went out to an unusual restaurant.
Yeah, the shingles does hurt, Debbie.
Oh no, the shingles hot. I was ready.
That's what I'm due for. Shingles, flu, and pneumonia. I was
asking for that. Oh, I hear the freezer going.
You what?
Our freezer.
Hey, Mama.
Has an alarm, and if you don't shut it tight, it beeps. which is a good thing. If you hear it, if you can hear that pitch of noise, which he can't. So it's just, which is interesting also, I feel, since she's learning how to play music. They can't hear a whole. Hey, Bobby. And hey, Sandra. Miss Sandra. Which is
Momo.
I put the gate on the stairs because of the dirty paws for the dogs to not go up.
What are you looking at?
I made rigatoni. That sounds good. Rigatoni.
Hey, Bobby.
Rigatoni. Hey, Don, was Don always here?
Yeah, she was here since the beginning.
Donna. I probably said hi.
Mom, I don't know if you saw. Donna said hi.
Well, I think I bought fish, so I'll make fish. I always make fish first. You don't want that sitting around. You don't want that sitting around a week in your fridge like you did.
I know. I don't know who does that.
Bye.
Jennifer said she made rigatoni and sausage last night. Well, we having leftovers tonight too. So
He likes that.
Mama says hi, Sue.
Hey. She's the only one that gets to get. Well, she's not the only. Now that I'll mention it, she's the only one that gets away with that. Yeah, other people call me that.
Because you know what? You could tell her not to call you Sue, and she'll do it anyway. So
it doesn't really hurt my ears. Like I knew a woman whose name was Suzanne, and if somebody called her Suzy or Susan, she flipped out, and I'm like, "Are you an adult?" Like,
right. That's funny.
It's like, people are gonna make up things about your name. Some of them you're not gonna like. I mean, it's fine. I just, my name is Susan, and people call me Sue, or Susan, but I like Suzy because I know
I catch myself sometime. I go, Sue. I hang around with Mama too much. Oh my goodness.
You want chalupas?
She really wants chalupas.
I would figure out a way to turn that sausage into chalupas.
All right. What exactly is a chalupa?
A chalupa, I believe, is that the crunchy one? It's sort of like it almost is like a thin pita bread taco size container that they put meat, like taco ingredients, but the outside is more of like a pastry instead of.
Oh, okay.
And it's very nice.
Okay. Mama says she's learning.
It's like the dogs are standing by the door, just staring at it, hoping he'll come back in the house. Traitors. These dogs are traitors. I clean up after all their inside the house mess and most of the outside. I mean, and I give them hugs and kisses, and he tickles them once in a while, and they love it.
Well, we had chili beans last night, so we having leftovers today.
Did you say chili beans? Mm-hmm. Which means kidney or pink?
Yeah, it's like beans, and then I will put the ground beef.
Oh, that's
chili seasoning. But we eat it. It's not real. It's more beans, and we eat it over rice. I know it's weird, but
all right.
It's a family thing.
You were talking about once how you made like pink beans, sort of like baked beans with barbecue and onion and beef. Mm-hmm. And I went to a barbecue spot and they made that for us, and it was so good. And then I've been making that. I like it.
I only make it when we have I forgot what I was saying. When we barbecue. That's usually when we make that. The kids love it. Well, most of them do anyway. We call that chili too. Actually, I know I'm weird, but when I make chili, I don't put beans in it. I don't like beans. I know it's contradicting. I use blue runner beans, which is local here, and it's very creamy. cooked red beans. It's not like when you open a can of those big hard ass kidney beans, you know, those red and all them color beans like Wendy uses in her chili.
Yeah, that's
I like that chili, but I can't eat it. Those beans are so hard, and you know I got that texture issue. So it gives me the dance. So
the bang.
it gives me the dance.
The bang.
Right? Oh, I don't like them.
I don't know. I don't mind. I don't mind chili that's mostly beans, and I used to use it, but I just when I saw that, I don't like kidney beans. I prefer pink beans. I make raisin milkshakes. It's like you're drinking. What do you mean? He's making jokes so that to get Jennifer pissed.
Were you gonna make Jennifer one?
Jennifer doesn't like raisins, and then now G is saying foods that have raisins in it. But did anybody ever have a scone or a scone or whatever you would call it in England? They're like tea biscuits that are sweeter, but not terribly sweet, and they had raisins in them, and I love that.
Yeah, I've made scones.
Chocolate covered raisins are delicious. I think that would be good. I love chocolate raisins. That's the best kind of
gross her out.
That's the best raisin of all. A scone.
Yeah. I've made scones. They're not my favorite, and I'm sure they're not like real scones, but
yummy. Like when I was first in, I'll say sleep. Well, when I went to college, my roommate was from Scotland, and we became best buddies.
Thank you, Bobby.
She loved shortbread, but I liked the scones. That was good.
Stop it, precious.
So, Jane, did you ever have haggis? That's the question when you have Scottish relatives. Have you had haggis? I had it when I went to Scotland once. Back in the day, when you could get there when you could save up and just not spend anything hardly. No.
She says nope.
I had it. They didn't tell me 100% what it was. They said it's mutton and barley. And I was like, it tastes fine to me. You know, when I went to England the first time, I was a college student. So, you know, I was saving up money from like $4 an hour jobs. So it was like, I wanted to say the first meal I had in England was I was in a museum and I wanted lunch. And I ordered black sausage.
That's like blood sausage, right?
Yeah.
That's what we have here.
But I ordered a cheese sandwich, and they gave me literally 2 stale pieces of white bread and 1 slice of American type cheese. And I don't remember what the price. I think it was about $3.50 back then in the 80s. Was like a lot of money for what I had just got on the plate. I was like seriously blinking my eyes, like this is what you give me, 1 piece of cheese. Like, oh my gosh. You know, I ate it because, you know, I was hungry. But yes, it's cooked in a sheep's stomach and looks disgusting. Yeah, a lot of things I eat probably look disgusting. Except for when I make a steak or a piece of fish. When you make like, you know, 1 pot meals, but I mean, cooked in a stomach. I didn't know it was cooked in a stomach. They didn't tell me. But you know, believe me, my ancestors used to use like weird parts of animals to stuff, like turkey necks. They would make stuffing for it and cook it in the
turkey necks is a big thing here. They boil them.
Necks and stuff, and it's weird. Like when you think of, it's like the rendered chicken fat actually tastes good. So this guy just comes every Thursday. I'm like turning into Victoria, the yard guy that blocks he parks in front of my house. so I can't get out of my driveway. I mean, I can get out, but I'm scared I'm going to scrape his truck. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel. Where? Okay. I saw like rakes going by my window, and I was like, what the hell?
I gotta watch my phone in case Marie calls me to bring Bella.
I'm hoping he doesn't start with when he starts cooking. When he starts clipping the bushes, then I think sometimes he comes on my side of the property. I never complained because I don't like to clip the bushes. I mean, he doesn't do the whole job.
Debbie goes, stomach. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love those. Well, you know, people eat sausages. They used to be cased in intestine, which
Right.
is not.
I know when my grandmother made, that's what they used, but now they have the casings you can buy. So, what? Don't look at me like that.
I mean, for a very long time, I did not eat hot dogs because I heard that there was an acceptable amount of,
Well, there's an acceptable amount of that in everything.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but bad things like from the factories. Like, oh, yeah. So 5 turds per 100 pounds. I don't know what it was. Like, ugh. And I'm like, are you serious? What are they? They used to be pork intestines, right? Or cow intestines?
Pork. Well, I think they use both, maybe, but I think it's pork.
Even
most.
Sheep. Well, sheep were for condoms back in the day. Can you imagine?
Because when they would kill a cow, they would make the hog head cheese. They would make all that.
Wait, it would be cow head cheese.
No, hog head cheese.
They called it hog head cheese for a cow?
No, they wouldn't make it from a cow.
From the pig. You said when they killed the cow, they made hog head cheese.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say a cow? I'm sorry. When they killed the pigs. So they would, make sausage. They would make.
Did they have little pieces of snout in the front that you could see?
No. Back in the day, they used to use the real things from the head. But now I think they just use the pork butts and stuff like that. Oh God, you haven't had it from here. It is so good. Look, we serve that stuff at parties and stuff. Gel, not snot. It's not. I mean, it's. I don't know. I have some in the refrigerator.
All right, I've never had head cheese, but I went to it's now closed, but there used to be a Polish deli near here, and they had chicken head cheese and they had beef, I think, or was it pig? I don't even know, but there was there was visible pieces of tongue meat, and I eat that, and so I said, let me try it, and I actually thought it was pretty good, and the chicken one was really good.
Says it kind of sounds naughty, but no, here I think most people just use the roast and cook it and cut it up and stuff like that with the seasonings. And
didn't you ever make bone broth and it gels up in your fridge? It's just collagen. It's not that disgusting in the nature of the world.
It's really good. A lot of them.
Well, Jennifer, maybe you'll eat less after this discussion. Lord.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people here will take a piece of it, and put it on top of their hot grits. So then it would melt, and then they have the meat and stuff in their grits, and then the butt head, right? Because they use a pork butt, and
that's just a funny way to think of it. I've never made hot grits. I think it would have been instant grits if I made them. Probably.
Yeah. Well, Garrett was making grits, and it popped on him, so he had a burn on his hand. So when he went to the dermatologist for the thing on his head, the doctor goes, well, what happened there? He goes, grits. He goes, oh, you cooked the real kind. Not the instant.
But the last time I made fish on the pan, it was splattering on me.
Wait, you made fish on the pan?
I make it on a cast iron skillet to get a crust on it.
Gotcha. Hey, Anitra.
Well, what should I do? Hi, Anitra. I haven't been on YouTube a lot watching lives, and one of my favorite artisans used to go on at about 4, and now she's going on at 7. And 7 for me on Eastern, 7 Eastern, is just the time that I am either cooking or I have just cooked and I'm eating. So I turn off YouTube now while mostly like 90% of the time. If there was something happening that was really important, obviously, I don't know what's really important on YouTube, but you know what I mean? Like if something was going on that I really wanted to see, I would just eat, watching the kitchen, I guess. But I kind of
I have to do that too, Bobby.
What are you doing? Cleaning out the fridge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And then the vegetables you didn't cook and they got pushed in the back, and then you find them and they're like science experiments.
Mm-hmm.
And the front of the orange that looks pretty, and then you take it and the back is green. Yeah. Horrible. And I can't get the drawers out of my refrigerator.
Trisha, you're in my shirt. Stop.
Because the wall to my kitchen is right by the door of the fridge. So it opens, but it doesn't open extra wide. So I don't even know how I could disable this.
Well, we have 2 fridges because, with 6 kids, you had to have plenty of space. So one of my refrigerators I cleaned out and it's all nice and clean, but the other one is like chock-a-block stacked with crap I need to throw out. There's probably a few science projects in there. Yep.
We match our hair. Right?
I know.
You look like my kids.
They ought to bottle that color. Golden Retriever.
It was called Golden Retriever. Yeah.
Oh, they have the big old Creole tomatoes here. Oh
really?
My God.
She
so
bought
good.
Walmart tomatoes that were delicious. That's hard to imagine.
She bought ugly tomatoes from Walmart the other day. Best flavor.
Oh, okay. Because the tomatoes that they have in the stores, mostly, even when they say they're hot, the hot house, not really.
Mm-mm.
The grape tomatoes, not so much. The vine tomatoes, it's almost like you have to, on purpose, like, high and dry for, like, you have to go to a small market that has actual, like, farm cooked tomatoes, not
Right.
What they sell, it's almost like, I want to say the vegetable equivalent of linoleum. They're like so hard on the outside and they have almost no flavor.
Right. Ugly tomatoes. Well, sometimes if I can't find anything good, I'll get a Roma and it's doable. You
mean like the plum? I like the plum.
No,
too.
the little oblong. Not the plum.
We call them plum tomatoes. When they're oblong. The Romas are plums.
Yeah.
Plum tomatoes. They're good.
The old bunch.
They're really, really good. They're also good for cooking. I used to grow actually orange cherry tomatoes. And they were excellent. They were so sweet.
Yeah.
And
Oh God, there's nothing like a good Creole tomato. Oh my God, they're so good. And they big.
I don't know Creole tomatoes. We have beefsteak, but there's something called Rutgers here. What you're saying?
I mean, there's so many varieties. Honey, when you get those Creoles and you make a good tomato sandwich with toast spread and mayo and tomato.
She said that she's delightfully surprised when it actually tastes like something.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I know, right? I actually got some good peaches the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I was surprised.
Now that you're talking peaches, we bought peaches at the store. And we put them in a bag, I think. I forgot about them. That's going to be a fun experiment to find.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they were hard, maybe they're just right now.
Oh, no. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. They're going to be round.
And then you'll get fruit flies.
I thought I saw a couple of fruit flies. One, maybe.
Oh, and those they're long-time visitors. I hate to tell you, it's like the relatives you can't get rid of.
He said to me, "Oh, so what's the difference if you see a little bug?" And I said, "Oh, honey, you never had an infestation of bugs, obviously, or you never noticed because they don't. Yeah, they don't go away. They find little spots to breed. I don't even know where they find it.
In
Like
your sink, your drain.
Yeah, ugh, it's horrible. Oh yeah, so now I'm really curious to go find those peaches because I don't remember eating one of them. And he bought a
Oh my
bunch. I have to. I have to really be in charge of this kitchen and what goes on.
Mhm.
Maybe he took them in his house. I don't know. I'm frightened now. Oh, you see, that's another thing in the car. We left the fish one week in the car when it was
Oh, I had
$11
chicken that was left in
fish.
my car. Oh,
Fine. Go around. Bye-bye.
nasty. It took a long time to get that out. That smell is like,
This was fun. Not funny, but back in the day, one of my friends had a pound of butter that she had in her trunk in the cardboard container, and it leaked through the cardboard because it melted. Because it's like a million degrees in the trunk in the summer, and
oh
it
my God.
rancid. And that stink in the car like it never went away.
Oh
Like
my
she
God.
tried to clean it, it just never. It could never. It always was horrible in that car. Forever.
I'm sure everybody's got the story of what they've left in the car, you know?
I bought the biggest bottle of, I guess it was like Red Devil or Frank's Red Hot, like the hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped short, and the bottle broke in my car. So it went all on the carpeting in the front seat. Now, I have to say, it wasn't that it really smelled so bad. It just smelled like chicken wings in my car forever. It was,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Every Saturday morning, I go pick up jambalaya or pastelaya for the boys. And when you put that in the car, it's like that smell stays in there for so long. It's horrible.
we used to, when I lived in New York City and we'd be in the elevators, we would, the smell of McDonald's French fries like kind of lingers on people, and you probably don't realize that it does. And then you'd be in the elevator, you take a whiff, and you go, "Who had McDonald's?"
But that cooking, like around here, Christmas, everybody cooks gumbo, which has a roux, and that just sticks to you. So when you go to like the evening mass for Christmas, everybody smells like gumbo, and it smells just like bad body odor when it's on your clothes and stuff. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, horrible. So I've been playing with my Cricut. Anybody here got a Cricut?
I call it the cry cut.
A cry cut? Somebody, wait, I was listening to a video of somebody and they go, I just want to call it a cry cut.
The cry cut. And then I have to remind myself, oh, it's a Cricut. Like the fuck.
I know. So I guess nobody has one.
And cry, I bet. I go,
so I was trying to make something to put in my shop, in my booth. So we'll see.
Are you growing tomatoes? Tony usually has a huge vegetable patch, and he didn't plant it this year because he thought he was going to be moving away. He's still working on that house.
Oh, there's Chris. Rotten crawfish smell is great as well, right? Oh my God, that smells horrible. Or if you go to somebody's house who's had like boiled crabs or boiled crawfish and you open that garbage can, oh my God, it'll knock you back about 10 feet.
Yeah, I used to work at McDonald's back in the day, but yeah. So show us your cry cut.
It's in the other room.
Go get it.
I can't. It's heavy.
No, not cry cut. Show us the project you worked on. Don't you have it?
Oh, I haven't really made any major projects. My sister-in-law she gives the
Didn't
little
you have
ladies.
some like things right now like that you printed names on? I mean, maybe just show.
Well, I gave them to her, but I have a picture.
Oh, okay.
So she gives the little Pokekino. She plays Pokekino every week, and she gives the little lady something like little gifts at different holidays. So we bought these little notebooks, and I just put their names on them. That's all.
So does Chris have a booth? Does he have an actual booth?
We always have boils the day before, right? Chris's booth stuff is in my booth. Take Chris's booth stuff and put it in your booth on.
It's kind of unfortunate for us.
My booth is Chris's put stuff in my booth. He doesn't have a booth.
He was talking about trash day and that you make smelly things the day before trash day. Our trash day is Friday. So if you have a party on Saturday or Sunday, it has to sit and stink for the whole week. It's horrible. Oh, wow, Jane.
Ugh.
So Chris's stuff
to you is bad. Or if you fry stuff, at home and you go somewhere and don't realize. Ours is Wednesday and Saturday.
We only have 1 day a week, and we pay a lot for it. It's a shame.
Yeah, so if we wanted to boil, we'd have to do it, on a Friday so they could pick it up Saturday. And then sometimes they don't show up Saturday and they show up another day. So we'll see. No, he doesn't. I told him Chris and Glenn should get a booth together. I think they would do well. Oh.
There was a commercial where the lady who made cereal said she'd go to the supermarket after work, and people go, "Who smells like cookies?" Oh man, I lived near the Stelladora cookie plant. I lived near that, and every time, we would be having before you went into school, you had to line up in where your class was, and then they'd make us march in.
Well, Zapp's potato chips used to be made about 10 minutes from here. Oh, and when you go down the street, oh my God, passing on Airline Highway through there. Oh, the smell was
I'm
so
going to
good.
say, though, the smell of Stelladora cookies was about 100 times better than they tasted. It smelled so good, and then you'd eat them and you go, okay.
Oh my God.
And they probably were better then. Now you eat them and they're really wow. My taste buds must have fell off my tongue because they don't taste right.
Oh my God. I'm hungry. I ate 2 cartons of yogurt and I put some pineapples. I put it in a bowl. I was really hungry.
You say you ate yogurt.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever heard you say you've eaten yogurt.
Yeah, I eat yogurt. I haven't eaten, but I like pineapple when you can't find it. I eat the Chobani pineapple yogurt.
We can have that. They have the 4-packs, actually.
And I like to add extra pineapples to it, and then I'll put
I feel like that's cheating.
Right, I know it's no longer in Gramercy. They moved or sold it or something. That's amazing. Wait, let me see who's at the door.
Where she lives. Sometimes people don't even wait for you to go get the door. They'll just come right in the house. I would freak out if someone was in my house. I don't know. I don't want people in my house. My dogs are liable to do something.
It's Mr. Southern Finds.
Ah.
That's not bad.
And they react like that.
That went with John.
Oh, never mind. I guess it's not him. Anyway, yogurt yuck. I like the Chobani, and then I'll add equal to it because it's not sweet, and then I'll add pineapples to the pineapple yogurt, and then a little bit of granola. Sick 'em Cujo. And then if she sees them, she'll just want to
Chobani had a flavor that had vanilla as a backdrop, and then it had tropical fruits, and they said it was a temporary thing. They were doing, I don't know, they were, what do you call it? A collaboration with another thing, and it was so good. And then they
Oh,
stopped making
really?
it. And
Well, the pineapple to me
Fluent.
is like delicious, but it's so hard to find. I found it at Winn-Dixie, and it used to be cheaper. Now it's so expensive. You can't afford to eat a container of yogurt.
What's his name? Mooch, New Jersey. They have it every week. I see it every week. ZE.
I never tried that brand, Bobby.
Oh my god! If you guys aren't into health, they have a. I think there's a Greek yogurt that has. It's like an amazing amount of fat. It's almost tastes like ice cream, and it has vanilla beans in it. Hey,
Mhm.
how are you? And hey,
Well, actually, the one here is staying the same, except they're getting rid of the pharmacy, Chris. Not all of them. I mean, they're going to keep it under the same banner of Winn-Dixie. But a lot of them, they're turning into full-fledged Aldis. But the one in Gramercy and the one in LaPlace, I think, are going to still go under the banner of
like
Winn-Dixie. Oh, I'm sorry, Glenn. Hope you feel better.
I hope you feel better too. I find Aldi's to be an okay place to get food, but it's not like going to this real big supermarket chain.
Right.
Like there's things you can't get there.
Right. And like in Gramercy, the Winn-Dixie there, that's the main, all they have is Winn-Dixie, and they have like, the dollar stores like Dollar General, Family Dollar, but there's no other grocery store. So I didn't see how they could make that into an Aldi's since you can't, get it. So that's what they were saying, that they were going to just get rid of the pharmacies and keep them as a Winn-Dixie. So, hey, Kent.
I'm looking at some places in the middle of nowhere for a new house, and they'll say that the local supermarket is the Dollar General, and I said I've been to Dollar Generals, and you can't get like a steak or a piece of fish there. I mean, like,
right.
Where are you supposed to shop for food? I mean, I don't want to eat potato chips and cookies for supper. What are they? They're calling it the grocery store. There's no real grocery. I mean, I saw like you can get a can of tuna fish or something, but that's not what I call a grocery store.
Right.
At all.
I wish they would, Chris. But you know what I don't think they have? Because we have Matherns here. And it's like a smaller version of Rouse's, sort of.
Bobby, congratulations. I'm just butting in.
Oh, good, Bobby. That's good.
Yeah, I'm spoiled where I live about, like, for food, if you want, like, I don't really go there that much. Everybody says they love Trader Joe's. We have one right here. I always wanted to live near a Trader Joe's, and now that I live near a Trader Joe's, it's so crowded, I never want to go in. But
our Aldi's never has anybody there. I mean, if you see 5 cars in the parking lot, it's plenty.
I know I'm going to sound like a spoiled brat, but I live a mile from a big supermarket. So the Aldi's is like a 15 to 20 minute drive. I don't want to go there.
All stores here like a 15-minute drive, 10 to 15 minutes.
Well, that's going to be my situation if I move to some of the houses I've been looking at. I might have to drive a half hour.
Yeah. Hey, Myra. Well, that's good, Chris. He's got 3 grocery stores within 2 minutes of him.
That's really good. I mean, one of the houses I was looking at, they made a point of putting in the ad that you could walk to a little town that had a diner, and I thought, okay, well, that's civilization, I suppose. Like they have some places to get.
I don't know if y'all like when I was growing up, like some of the major mall stores like Dillard's and Macy's, Maison Blanche, stuff like that. They used to have diners on their top floor. Sears, and that was so cool.
There were a couple of, when I lived in New York, some of the fancier stores had like restaurants in them, like or cafeteria. The Nordstrom had one, and the Bloomingdale's had one.
Yeah, this is like just a little diner type thing. It was kind of cool.
When I was a little kid, it was like the Woolworths, like the 5 and dime store.
Right.
They had a lunch counter in there. And
yeah, I guess that's what you call it, like a little lunch counter.
like a BLT and
Yeah.
get a milkshake if you want.
Yeah. I remember Sears also used to have a candy counter up on that same floor. It was like a big candy, yeah, like chocolates and different things like that. So I don't know
Little.
what Alexander's is, Chris. We don't have Albertsons here, like this way, more in Baton Rouge.
Hey, Myra. I've never been to a Lidl or a Little or whatever they call it. I think it's Lidl.
That is a waste of money.
I heard they're like cousins to Aldi, so it's pretty similar. It's like it was started in Germany or something.
I always run in Aldi's because they have the best grapes, big, crunchy, sweet grapes. I ran in this week. They were awful. They were big and crunchy. They were not sweet, and some of them tasted so bad you had to spit them out. You remember that, Jennifer?
We didn't have a Sears next to, like, near where we lived.
Like, we had to drive 45 minutes to get to Sears.
For us, the first time I went to Walmart, we had to drive almost an hour. And we had to drive probably like 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get to a Kmart. Like, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff that was near here, near where I live.
Mhm.
I mean, they had like mom and pop kind of like department stores, but they didn't have, and they had a lot of little shops though that would be, like they would have a fruit and vegetable store, they would have a butcher shop, they had a place to fix your shoes, they had a place to buy clothes. I mean, it was almost like you could live off of just staying in the neighborhood.
Right, right.
You could get like delicatessen at a deli, and sliced meat, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So,
We always had this little store, like a little mom and pop store. Like, it's around the corner from where I live, and it's still open. And they have a meat counter and, just like basic groceries that you might need. They have oil for cars in the back. But so we always used to run there, and get stuff. I can remember I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. I used to run and get my dad's Target tobacco because he would roll his own cigarettes. Just said back then you could just get whatever.
yeah,
There was no age, there was no age limit. So I mean, I wasn't smoking them. I just go get them for. But they had the best fudgesicles there. Oh my god.
Did you like the chocolate covered jelly things? My brother loved the chocolate covered.
Mm-mm.
They weren't
No.
my favorite, but they were all right.
Back in the day, I used to think the Brock's stars were really good. I don't even know if they make that anymore.
Probably were better than they are now, I'll tell you that much.
Probably, yeah. Now it's like waxy. Like, we have gold bricks for Easter from the Elmer's company. And oh my God, they were the best. Now they're so waxy tasting.
Elmer's I'm thinking Elmer's isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Palmer's and not Elmer's.
No, Elmer's is local here. They have gold brick and they have Heavenly Hash and.
Wait, let's see what. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Debbie wrote, "Oh my God, y'all, I just got a spam call." I answered and the dude said, "Grandma." So I said, "Oh yes, so good to hear from you." And then I kept it going for a minute. Oh my word. Anyways, I hung up and blocked him. He said, "Grandma."
Oh my God.
What do you think he was going to say? I got arrested and I need bail money. I'll be like, "Oh, honey, you are so shitty as a grandson. I think they should throw away the key." That's what you should.
Not Elmer's glue.
That's funny. You grew up on a Sears? Oh, okay. So we had up the road, there was a store called Corvettes, and it was one of the big, like, multi-departmental, like, they had a record section you could go to, and they had a place you could buy coats and a place where you could buy nightgowns. It was very, like, all-purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going there, and I remember I thought it was funny to, like, hide in the racks from my mom and dad.
That's not funny to your mom.
Oh, no, it's not.
That's scary.
But they would not.
My sister's daughter did that when she was little. and then she got up and put her feet up on the bar. Donna, you remember that when Brandy got up and we couldn't find her?
Oh man, I just remember like hearing the security saying, "Whoa, Susan."
Right, Jennifer? It's about time, Anitra. What you did? Went take care of that little puppy. Oh my God, my
Anitra,
back.
welcome back.
Everything.
So, and hello to anybody who's around and not saying hi. I always think that. Anyway. Oh, it says I have a new comment.
You have what?
After your father died, you got a call from Long Lost grandson. Ah! You were sitting there and telling it was a clear. I wonder what I would think of if like someone said, "Hey, your dad had children that you didn't know about."
Right.
That's it. I know it's not what you said exactly, but my friend found out after her father died that he had another wife before he married her, the mom, and he never mentioned it to the kids growing up, and he didn't want them to be upset because they lived in Florida and they didn't have contact. And I'm like, I still would have mentioned it casually.
Right.
Like, so I did have like a son and a daughter that you never.
Wow. Good thing you were there, Mara. I know. It is bad. It is bad, Debbie. It's crazy. Totally crazy. She said Mama took care of it when she found her. Oh, yeah. Wait, Donna, I remember telling me a story. You remember that commercial where the kids would go, "Oh, thank you, Easter Bunny. Thank you, Easter Bunny." And she found Brandy sitting in the closet going with all the Easter candy that she had hidden for Easter. And she goes, "Thank you, Easter Bunny." Brandy was a hot mess. Oh my God. So is Amberly up, Donna? Or is she still sleeping? I know when you treasure those moments when they're sleeping. Oh my God. I am so stiff today. So I'm having a big garage sale with the lady that came and bought a few things from me, but she has to do it on a Sunday. So we're going to do it on a Sunday.
Okay, cool.
October 1st. So
I'm looking at the date and I'm like, wow, it's already September 21st. I celebrated my first anniversary.
I know.
Last night.
They went on a date last night, y'all. It was date night. 1 year. God, it doesn't seem that long ago that we went to your house.
I remember on the day that it was a couple days before, I said, you were on the road coming up.
I know.
A year ago. I know. It seems like 3 months to me.
And Sean kept calling me. Where you at? When y'all coming home? Where you at? When you that explains the glow, right, Debbie?
No glow. Anyway, I put makeup on. I swear that there was
good excuse. Go ahead.
I married old Tony. That's what he told me. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I said it feels like 3 months, and not a whole lot has changed since we were dating. Seriously, except that he's here every night. But honestly,
heard that, Jennifer? He's there every night.
Yeah. Well, in the 365 days up to our first, he only slept at his house that Sunday night after we got married. I said, after we got married that you're going to live in your house and just visit on the weekends? I go, nah. It's not like it was 3 hours away.
Oh my God.
I was like, no.
And you should say, well, I'm coming with you, honey.
He felt like he smirked about it. But I don't want to live in his house. He always lets those. If any of them are watching, he lets those kids live in there. I don't want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people who have actual children. I know you want to be with them, but these kids are in their mid-30s and they could be out there. I don't know. I don't want to be walking around.
Oh my God.
I'm blushing. I'm just saying.
I have one that's not 30.
They were out. They should have stayed out.
Well, I have some that went out and came back. What you gonna do? They your kids,
well,
you know?
I came back home at some point too, but I was like 20 something, and then I felt a little bit like, wow, I'm getting to be like close to 30. I need to be out of this place. So I left.
Donna too, she said. Jennifer said, wow, who would have ever thought they'd be living in the same house?
I just meant that like when one left, the other one said, "Ooh, the room's empty." I could go
right, yeah. They
really?
play musicals, you know. Yeah.
I'm like,
what you gonna do?
And he says, "Well, I don't mind." And I'm like, "Okay," but I feel like he's dragging his feet because of that. You don't want to put the kid out. I'm like thinking, I feel like texting the kid and saying, "So what are you gonna do when he puts the house up for market? You gotta get your shit out of the house. You better go rent a storage unit, if not an apartment, which would be nice."
Right.
I'm very like matter of fact. He's like, get used to the idea you have to move within a month or two. Like it's gonna happen.
Well, he should be starting to look then, if that's the case, because I'm sure around you it's not that easy to find something.
I should say to him, "What are your plans?" Because we need your shit out of the house when he puts the house.
And he's gonna go step monster.
I don't give a fuck. He has a mother. Ooh. If he needs to.
Whoops.
He has a mother.
Suzy!
What? He could go to mom's house. And it's there. There must be a reason.
Look, Precious even looked up. Oh my God. That's too funny.
Oh my God.
Mara said the glow can be gross when it's stepmom glow.
I'm blushing.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So funny.
He originally was saying, I want to buy a house. I have a lot of, like, he wants to have a music room. He wants to have a design room. I go, well, I want a craft room and I want a junk room. So I said, how many bedrooms are we going to need in this house? So he's like, no, I mean, like, with the taxes up here, it's a fortune. We could have had the best honeymoon. You wouldn't even imagine. We could have been touring Europe for a month, with the amount of money we're spending on tax money up here for the two houses. It's so stupid. Anyway, but, so we should really be living in a house. But when we were talking about the 4-bedroom house, I said, we're going to have a 4-bedroom house, but none of them are going to have beds. But the one we're sleeping. And he's like, why? I go, you have too many family members that want to live with you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no bed. They're going to say, oh, don't worry. I'll just bring a blow-up mattress.
Oh, no. Well, I have like a pull-out couch. It's so uncomfortable. And I'm thinking that's what we're going to put in like an offer to people.
Uh-huh.
I'm
That's
like,
funny.
and I'll put a thing, a 2-night max, like come for a weekend and then go away. Like,
Well, my house is full, so I can't,
I'm not used to it. I got unused to it.
Girl, if my house was empty, I wouldn't know how to act.
I know, it's crazy. I'm sorry.
I
I want to walk around like undressed if I want. I don't mean naked, but I don't want to.
I've never been able to do that. My house has always been full of kids.
I don't have to start thinking, I got to bring clothes into the bathroom now because people are here that can see me. And I just want to do what I want to do.
That's funny.
I mean, look, I know that there could be some good stuff about it, but for the most part, it just means like a lot more dishes and an extra.
A lot more dishes.
I know. And Oh man, I feel hot now. You made me look. Oh man, there's like in the middle of Pennsylvania, when you are like a half hour from a supermarket, I actually saw houses that were around 100,000, and some, well, they weren't fixed up, which were less than. And I said, but the towns must be so like they must have been like mining towns that the mine went out of business, and the people are just left behind, and there's nothing going on in them.
Right.
Yeah, I want my boobs to fly.
That sounds like a great idea, Nidra.
Well, the thing is, he's basically rebuilding his house right now. Oh, by the way, I have a story. Do you remember I said that his it's called the chimney, the fireplace chimney on the outside was falling apart, and so he called, like someone came to give him a quote for fixing it, and they said $40,000,
right.
And he said, "Huh?" And he goes, "No thanks." And they went back to the car, blah, 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 $35,000. So he did it himself. He was up and he fixed it 100% himself. And I said, "So how much did it cost?" And he said, it was literally like, I think he said $600 or $500 of stuff. Wow. And he said, and I mean, even if he did his time, he actually said, if I give myself $25 an hour and calculate that in, it would have cost $1,400. So
that's better than 35,000, 40,000.
Yeah, it's insane the amount. Like he knew that even if they said 4,000, that they were asking for too much money. Wow. But when they said 40, he was just like, it would basically get the F out of here.
Right. Well, you would have to start using high bid and things like that. You'd have to do online auctions. Hey, Carol, how are you?
Hi, Carol. Did you hear me curse?
No, but Precious did. I had to cover her little ears. Because, she doesn't hear that here.
Oh, no. Nobody says that. Nobody throws F-bombs on their live broadcast.
Oh, God. Oh, nice.
You're going? Okay, that doesn't mean you're moving. Are you? I'm so hot.
I think vacation.
I kind of wonder. I mean, like, there's some towns that are, like, not really towns. And the real estate tax is even lower than the real estate tax I thought was inexpensive. And I said to him, we could save $300 a month by living in this house. And I go, can we make it work? Because if if your cost of living is $300 less a month, that's a lot of money to save. I mean, that's almost 2 weeks of groceries.
Right. Oh, this is our last month of paying garage truck note. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, and I was thinking that too. Like our cars are all old. Like I mean, we have two 07s without air conditioning. I really want a more reliable car. I don't want to be driving on these like mountain roads, or I don't want to live so far away from it. I don't know.
That's nice, Nitra.
Oh, that's nice. Jerry's taking you on a trip. First class. Awesome.
Yeah.
I once got a bump up to first class. Well, I've flown it twice, but only because they let me. One time I was flying out to Pittsburgh, and there was hardly anybody on the plane. And there was like a mix-up at the counter, and I said, does that get me bumped to first class? And she said, all right. And so I sat in first class, which was a nice wide seat. But do you know what they gave you differently from the other people? They gave you your drink in a glass cup, and they gave me a skewer, one toothpick with a pineapple and a chunk of cheese. And that was the snack. And I go,
leg room. You got leg room.
Yes. But I thought that was I go, this was the big thing. This is the big thing people are paying 3 times the ticket price for. A glass and a skewer.
Well, I hope you have a good time, Anitra.
I hope you enjoy it. I hope they feed you some good food too. It's nice and wide, like so you don't. It's a much more comfortable seat.
Mm-hmm. Don't you want to go in the living room? Don't you?
Wait. Why are you? Oh, a flight attendant job. My neighbor next door to me, she's retired. She used to work for an airline, and so did her husband. And she said that because she used to be able to hop on a flight like last minute, and she would like go to Puerto Rico for the weekend. And that sounds like fun. She would just go here or there.
Well, good. That's nice. Jennifer says she's broke because she travels to too many thrift stores. I hear that.
Well, who's broke? She's broke or somebody else is broke?
Anitra says she's broke.
Oh. Yeah, well, you've been hitting up all those yard sales and thrift shops, right? But at least you're shopping at reasonable places. They bought an RV. I wanted to get an RV during. Hey, Deborah, how's it going? I wanted to get an RV, and hi, Carlton. I wanted to get an RV during like COVID times, and he said, well, we're traveling. Like, what if everything's closed? I go, well, we'll be in the RV, so we could sleep in it, and we could get our food. And he's like, I don't want. It's no vacation to just eat all your food and
exactly. Hey, Deb.
I'm thinking. I said, I want to go see some national parks. And he said, but they'll be closed too because everything was closed on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we still haven't had a honeymoon. I'll say that until we get one. That might be disappointing. Our honeymoon's going to be looking at houses. So.
I don't know.
I know
next vacation, if we ever get one. I don't know what we're going to do.
They're building a huge farm with a small apartment. Well, the one house that's very reasonable to live in that I was looking at, I said it kind of needs a garage. It has no garage. Or no, and by garage for me, it would almost act as a large shed.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to have. Just to be able to you need a snowblower and a lawnmower.
Right. They're building a barn with a small apartment just for them. No room for kids. That's smart. Let's just say I'll never have an empty nest ever.
Oh well. It makes your house so lively. You know,
it does. There's never a dull moment here. I can tell you that. You know, I have 2 forevers, and then the rest just come and go.
Well, I wanted the children, and I even offered for my ex's job to live here. And then someone said, "Why did you do that?" It was a big mistake. Right. You said it's right when the demons take over. When it was right.
Oh yeah.
We started high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was junior.
The aliens steal them at about 12, 13, and they don't bring them back until they're about 20.
I know.
They can do some strange stuff, those kids.
Well, at that point, I probably would have rather her be here than her father. But whatever.
I hear that. Oh my God. So we went to Walmart yesterday, and we about 3-4 miles down the road, my mom forgot her purse at Walmart. So we had to go back. There's this sweetest little man that works by the door. Well, her and Yvette sat on the bench waiting for me to check out. And I guess she had it on side of her and left it. So when she walked in, the little man knew it was hers. And he goes, I brought it over there. He goes, nobody took nothing. Nobody opened it. Nothing. And they had it locked in the security room.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So, and then when she went in first, she was almost running. And then when I got there, he goes, it's okay. We got it, And then when we were leaving, there was a young girl who was behind us with a basket full of groceries. And he said, she found your purse. So that was real nice. Oh, Lord.
Well,
that alien supposedly looks like an octopus still.
the alien at Roswell you're talking about, not the aliens that take over your children when they go to school.
Who was I talking to yesterday? And it might have been Sabrina, one of her friends. No, I don't know who it was, but they were saying that their friend's mom and dad is going to live on a cruise, like cruise to cruise. And if they don't want to go 1 week, they'll stay with the kids because it's cheaper than doing assisted living or in a,
It
you know.
really, it could be, but I can't. Is it really that much cheaper?
Well, it's all inclusive. So if you don't drink and you don't go to excursions and stuff, it's, you get all the food, you get a bed, you get housekeeping, you get whatever.
I heard a lot of people, not a lot. I mean, I've heard of people who do that, who have done it. So it's possible. I mean, maybe they had a little money to burn, but
they ought to make deals for like elderly who do that. Oh my God. Well, the little man that we had, we ate breakfast with the last day, and he said he had 80 cruises booked, and when he got home he was going home, wash clothes, and jump on another one. So if you can, go for it. Shit.
Well, if you like it, it is there was somebody who had a permanent room on the QE2 or something, who was just like living on that boat. It is. I mean, if you're used to like having, I'm sure the food is way better than in an assisted living too.
Oh, definitely. You can always find something basic.
Well, there's one really nice assisted living near here, and they even have a little diner in their lobby. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to go to the main place, you could go eat there, or if your family comes, they could eat with you over there. And I mean, it's like a luncheonette kind of dinery thing.
Exactly. And they have a doctor on board if something happens,
That would be nice.
Yeah. They have a doctor. They have a gym, they have.
Well, it depends on how mobile you are, but I mean, I guess you could like do laps around the boat. I mean, it would be nice though.
Where there's a track outside where you can just walk, So
if you don't like going to stores and you don't like have friends that you need to see, then okay. But I guess that the people that really want to see you could just book a room on one. Just on the phone.
Well, most of them they'll go from different cruises, so you got to get off, get on, and then but sometimes if they decide they don't want to go, a week or whatever. Maybe Garrett and I will do that. You think my kids will take care of me? Sean told me, pick out the nursing home you want. Which one you want to go to, he said. Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin. I have to decide, I feel like, when the time comes, like when I'm getting older. I probably have to pick one out. I have a feeling doing a dump in a nursing home.
That's why, it's too late for me now to get I guess we should have had long-term care insurance. That way you can hire somebody, use that to have somebody come to your house even. Pays nursing home.
My aunt and uncle.
Long-term care.
Yes. My aunt and uncle had it. And it was very helpful when they got older because they both got injured right around as they were turning around 80. And they ended up needing to be in a health related. So it saved it just saved them a lot by having it.
Yeah.
Because the things around, I mean, they were in Pennsylvania too, but they're still it was like $12,000 a month.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine now what the prices are. That's a lot of money. I wonder how long-term insurance is. Because the short-term insurance.
Well, I'm guess, like life insurance, the older you get, the more it's going to cost.
It costs,
It
costs so much and it doesn't cover anything. Our health insurance.
I guess unless it would be an add-on to your, if, Garrett has insurance with his, where he works. I guess unless they had an add-on to that, but Bella's laying on the floor by my feet.
I was hoping Tony would get a job with the university out there, and because they always have good benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Just I'm done. I'm just saying I'm done. I hate paying private health insurance. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Health insurance is a pain.
I guess if you don't have a working spouse, it's not good.
When I was working, we were so used to both of us having insurance where one picked up and paid what the other one didn't.
When can you get Medicaid, by the way?
Huh?
You get it by 65 or 64. Medicaid.
What, Medicare?
That's
Medicare.
What Medicare.
Yeah.
Medicare.
Care.
65?
65.
Okay.
5.
So we have to wait another year for him, and then I'm out of luck. Oh, wow. I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy.
It's hard to know like where you're going to want to live by looking at little pictures.
Yeah. I don't know. I have insurance. We have insurance, but it's like I went to do all those heart tests, and I still have to pay $2,000. My husband had some heart tests, and we owe on his bill like $3,000 and something. So it's like I'd hate to see what it would cost without that.
There are some like groups now. I saw it on a news show, like on one of those Sunday morning kind of shows where they said that they're helping people out who have medical bills. And they said that people are, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and just paying even the monthlies on these bills are putting them in debt. And and most of the bills are less than $2,000, they were saying, but they've alleviated like millions of dollars of debt for struggling Americans.
Right.
It's sad that you need to have charity for that, but you need it.
Right. Now, our big health system, who owns almost all the medical places here, all the hospitals, is Ochsner. And they have a financial assistance program where if you qualify, they pay the, they pay what your insurance doesn't pay. And so that's nice. But, we don't qualify for it. So...
We have private.
Oh yeah, no, National Security. She's talking about just Medicare. I think it's 65.
We don't.
But I could be wrong.
Don't have. We have private insurance, and it costs me $50 for the primary and $75 for a specialist, but they don't cover any part of the other bill that they said. So we have to pay that up front, and then the insurance doesn't even pay anything for the first $6,000, and then it only pays like, I think it's 40%. It's just till you get to about $18,000, so you're gonna be in debt anyway. It sucks.
Right.
So we're not going to the doctors because we're really not going for things that we should get checked out.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm supposed to. Next month, I go to my gastroenterologist because, it's colonoscopy time and all that stuff, because I have to have it done every 3 years. And I know what she's going to tell me, that I'm going to have to come up with, big bucks to get it done. And then I'll have to cancel it. Unless eBay comes alive.
Well, if they can code it, it's considered preventative care. So if the actual colonoscopy will be taken care of most likely through insurance. It's just the other stuff, because now they started figuring out a way to like still bill you, because you have to pay for the anesthesia nurse and the whatever else the preliminary visit, the post visit, the lab testing, like all that other stuff now is all separate. So they can
and I'm probably going to have her stretch my esophagus again too, because I started choking again. So
that's just colonoscopy. They don't do preventative endoscopies. It's sad. Even though people like, I'm going to have it. Hey, Cheryl's here. How's it going?
It has been a while.
Just waiting in the doctors. And we're talking about doctors.
Yep, that's what we're talking about. Doctor
So,
bills.
so what doctor do I prioritize? Like, do I go for? We really should get our skin done because we both probably are.
Hmm.
We're
Well, Garrett had something cut off, in his face that was like a basal cell. And when he went back for his follow up, they charged him another $55. I got on that phone. I'm like, shouldn't that be like follow up? Since when you pay for follow up? Like he just went for the doctor to look at it. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. So she put a credit on the bill. But so if I wouldn't have caught that, they would have just charged him, So how many people that happens to?
every one of them. And then I feel like I seem like rude by saying, do I have to pay for that visit? And I go, because otherwise I'm going to take a picture and send it.
Mm-hmm. You talking to me, Jennifer? Yes, about 5. But that's what I did before, and it worked. But last time I did 20 one day, and it kind of gave it a boost. So I may have to do that again.
Debbie says she's selling clothes and the clothes are selling. What's your price range of clothes? That's what I want to know. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope your husband feels better. Cheryl. Debbie, I want to know what your price range of clothes are. Or does it just matter on like what clothes you have? I have a lot of extra small Lucky Brand clothes. And I don't want to just give them away. Because most of them have tags.
Yeah, right, Robin?
Yeah. I went for a procedure and I got charged by the anesthesiologist nurse. I got charged for the facility. I got charged for so much stuff. Then I got a surgeon's charge. It was like, how much are they're charging? Like they're breaking it down to every little thing. Then you get the lab for like when they send the biopsy in. And it's like, when is it going to end?
Right. I just got rid of all my clothes. Well, not just. Probably well over a year ago, I got rid of all the clothes that I was selling. I hate to think about getting back into that.
Do you do auctions or you just do buy it now? That's another question I have.
Mm-hmm.
I know. What's the point of taking extra no reason? Well, I have to have theoretically diagnostic mammograms, and they put on the order may have an ultrasound if needed, but they do it anyway because the if needed is like the go ahead to them to like do it and then charge me.
Right.
And I feel like just give me a prescription for a standard mammogram, and if it's good, then I don't have to deal with the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Duane, I think you would have to do it like 3 to 5 years. I don't know exactly what it is before you would go in for them not to be able to take your assets. Oh, tell me about it, Cheryl. It's horrible.
Right. There are a lot. I'm going to tell you now. If you have somebody that might need to go into a nursing home, there are things that are like, they call it trusts. And I think they're like living trusts or something. But if you don't protect your home asset and your spouse goes into a nursing home, they have the right to put a lien on your house for 50% of the worth of your house. So you have to then put your house in a trust or there's other things you could do. There's certain like investments that are considered. Mm-hmm. I'm not an accountant. I just dealt with one when it was time for my parents to go, that are called like the word is escaping me, but it's considered a contract and it's not like a theoretical asset because if you can speak to somebody and do stuff. They also say to just like there's a legal amount of money you could give away to your kids if you have it in the bank, and they said just do it and tell the kids that we're doing this to park our money, but if we need it, we want it back.
Right. Right. Now, like the veterans home, they don't take your assets.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. horrible. You think Ohio is in PA it's 3, and in Ohio it's 5. Huh.
Yeah.
Give it away.
Give it away before you die. Or 5 years before you need a nursing home, right?
Start doing it. If it, like, I don't know. Our topic is trying to I can't help
I know. Let's talk about something else. Okay. What are we talking about? Because that is depressing. It is.
It is sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's sad, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm going to the booth today after we done here.
I have to take my friend to the pharmacy. I promise.
You promised. Can't break those promises. You better.
Wow. Well, you do need to, it's sad that it is like that over here. But because, I mean, who knows if there is going to be any money left over at the end. But, like, if you don't have there's Medicare part, other parts. My mother had the third part, and that saved my father from having to pay. Because she ended up in a nursing home for a little while, and even for the little while she was there, it was going to be a lot of money. And he ended up in one too.
Right.
And it's just crazy.
Me too, Jennifer.
Well, if you have none, you have none. They didn't even know they had assets, but they had bought stocks when they were younger, and they didn't really follow up on the stocks they bought, but a lot of them split, and they actually had some money that they could, that the bill people could come and get. So they had to try to protect it.
Mm-hmm. Did I sell stuff, Chris?
He said he went to the booth yesterday. Twice. Oh, and then you were asking, did you notice stuff missing? How would he know? Or would he go to the draw?
Did you go to draw?
You said that?
Draw.
The draw.
Oh, shit. I got 3 tags where my mama bought those 3
Hi, Pearl.
those $3 elephants for you. Pearl! Just waking up? Oh, he said he don't look in the drawer.
He didn't look at the draw?
Draw. Yeah. You got more tickets than I do, I can tell you that.
They had a bowl. They had a bowl.
Drawer. Yeah, the drawer. We each have a little drawer with our number on it. And that's where they put, after each day, she processes your tickets and she puts them in the drawer.
Carol, close your booth. Sorry, Carol. Are you selling it on Marketplace now? Door. Yes, it's like door, but it's a drawer.
Yeah. I paid $170 for about a 10 by 10 ish. So, but it's packed tight of stuff.
She's doing a pop-up sale.
She's doing a pop-up sale.
I Spy Queen Anitra is doing a pop-up sale.
That's what I need to do.
Well, have a good sale. Are you doing it right now so everybody's going to want to look? As I'm talking, it went from 24 to 23 to... Yeah, have fun in Anitra. Yeah, I mean, look, you have to start thinking about things. There are a lot of accountants that do lectures. You can listen to them at 2 times speed and just see if any of the information seems valid or, before you start doing anything. And there's some people that do those reverse mortgages. If you have children, I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but I think for some people it might work out good, because if you could get money off of your equity to live on, you might need it.
Right. I know, Jennifer.
Pearl, we said hi. We stopped the show to say hi to you. Anyone?
Oh, hey, Pearl, we said hi. I asked you if you were just waking up. Because what time is it there?
Back up. We said it. Are you lagging?
You're on your first cup of coffee, Pearl? Or your second?
Maybe she didn't have it yet.
I know. And
She
she
didn't
like,
hear us talking to her.
Carol's like
Are you
2
live?
hours behind. She says she missed it. She's sorry.
Yeah, Pearl. We noticed you weren't around. At least. Oh boy. I'm gonna sit cross.
I hear you, Carol. That's kind of where I'm at with eBay right now. I don't know. But then if I close eBay, I feel like such a failure.
Why?
I do. I don't know.
You know, why? Look, this is my thing. I don't think eBay is going away. But like everybody's saying, every time we go to the supermarket, it started out like 120 a week. Then it was 130, then 40, then 50, then 60. Like sometimes it's $189 a week. Why the food is going up so much? And yes, I don't need to buy soda. But
Well, I'm sorry. That is my guilty pleasure.
I know, I'm just saying though, like that could add $20 to the bill for a week. But
Carol says she's having her first cup of coffee. I know it does. I look for the sales.
Maybe don't feel bad. Maybe you could bump yourself out of paying for an eBay store and saving that money and using that for rent of another booth, which is more pleasurable to you, and only keep the super high ticket things on eBay. And when they sell, and don't think of it as full-time eBay. Think of it as full-time booth person with a part-time eBay.
Right.
Just rejuggle it in your head.
I know. I'm gonna I started sharing my stuff to Pinterest. So we'll see.
You could share it to
I'm not selling. I mean, I share stuff and I put stuff like I use that flip to cross post, and I have stuff on Macari and Posh, but I get likes.
Do a sale. Could you do a you would have to ship though. It's a similar amount of pain in the ass in this. If you do like a Facebook group that sells. But you never know. Yeah. Or just make everything dirt cheap and do auctions and get rid of it. I mean, you pay. Let's say you pay $2, start it at $4, and see where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to get rid of it.
Well, but then you got like 25% that goes to eBay.
Make enough so that you're not whatever. Just you're getting stuff out of the house. Just start it at, instead of what I said, start it at 5 for that.
Yeah. Well, that's good, Chris. I saw you sold some little creature for $350. That's nice. Congrats on that. I don't know, where'd you sell that? I think eBay where'd you sell that little Freddy thing for $350?
Poshmark is still easy when you get a sale. If you're even a part-time seller, if you sell something on Poshmark, they can send you a QR code. You don't have to print out anything. You just if it's less than £5, you just bring it to the post office, not
the supermarket.
But you ain't gonna.
Well, with eBay, if I only have one package, I'm not pulling my computer out and all that stuff at my shop, so I'll use the QR code. Oh, it was on eBay. Very nice, great sale. You got $40 for a squishmallow too, or some stuffed animal. Chris does well. He's got a gold horseshoe.
Selling on Poshmark. Do I have to watch your video, or are you going to tell me?
He's got a gold horseshoe up his ass. That's good, Chris. Keep it going, bud.
Got the gold horseshoe?
Yeah. Well, that's what I told my husband when we went to Vegas years and years ago when I had my gift basket business.
He had the gold horseshoe.
Yes, he did.
Up his ass.
Yeah.
Well, is it more or less painful than?
I don't know.
I mentioned. As soon as we start talking about butt stuff.
But, Chris works his business a lot. I think probably constantly almost. So, congrats to you, Chris. I just saw something move on my desk. It's like, I'm seeing things. Oh,
he
okay. Yeah, you see, if I picked up stuff from Walgreens 2 to 3 years ago, I don't have room to store it. So I would have had to list it and pray that it sold. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't go outside yet this morning, Chris. I think we're going to get a fallish thing for 2 days, but then in the evening it's back up to 90s. I think it was in the 70s this morning.
So I have a Minnie Mouse plush, 19 inches, and it was probably Florida, and it was probably like $60 new. But I think they're only selling for like $10 rather.
Uh-huh.
So disappointing.
So you're not going to do next Friday? Because I need to find somebody.
Find someone.
Anybody want to be on the Deals of the Dawns next Friday? I need one more person.
Carol, you want to do it?
Carol?
Carol, do it. You can sell your stuff from your booth.
I'm not going to beg Jennifer anymore. She'll let me know when she's ready.
Jennifer. How about
Jennifer? Somebody. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to be on Deal of the Dawns next week.
Chris, do
next
it.
Friday.
Maybe you could sell stuff online.
Johnny's going to be my guest co-host because Dawn and Mary are going on a, I guess like a meetup thing. So, hey, Brittany, how are you?
Hey, Brittany. I haven't seen Brittany in ages. How's it going? Maybe Brittany will do it. She's cute.
Aw, Jane's working next week. So I have Crazy Miss Stash. I have to send her an email, make sure she's still coming.
Gee, do it.
Oh, she's going to the beach with a hubby. Come on, somebody. Chris, Jennifer, Glenn, Greg.
Brittany, you want to be on an auction? Oh, little Debbie, do you want to be on an auction?
Debbie says she almost put a 1 in the chat. Debbie, somebody.
Come on, make your debut. And you'll get a whole bunch of people showing up. Then I'll be jealous I didn't go. Do it.
Well, I'm not going to promise you're going to sell a lot because, I'm still getting my feet wet, but I may be changing the day to a Tuesday, maybe in October. I'm doing some investigating to see what would work. Duane, do you do auctions?
She has the zipper on her mouth. Somebody should do it.
Come on, guys. I need one person. So it'll be Crazy May Stash, Johnny, me, and one more person.
Maybe Yvonne.
Jennifer.
You only have a phone, which isn't
Jennifer,
ideal.
I have my old camera. Would you like it? It's very clear. The only thing is it's not great on close-ups, but I'll be happy to send it to you, honey. It'll be at 3:00 Eastern.
Do you need it to be 3:30? She'll let you come late.
Yeah, if you need to come a little bit late, that's fine.
I'm being a broker for you. Your agent.
Go ahead. No, you don't need it. Okay.
We're waiting. Drum roll. Anybody wants to be in an auction?
Anybody?
How about that guy from Australia?
My webcam.
Oh, she
The clear one that I had. Oh, okay. That's too late. My webcam that I was using before I got the one that focuses better. Oh, okay. She's got kiddos at 3.
Now Jennifer is interested in the camera. The no was for auction.
Hey, Donna. I was just going to send it to her. No charge. Just because she does a lot.
Okay.
I was asking you to be on an auction, Jennifer. But I was asking you if you wanted my camera that I used to use, the clear one, not the fuzzy one that's on my computer. It just doesn't focus up close real well.
She said, sure, send
Okay.
it.
All right, I will. So
Maybe Donna wants to do an auction.
Donna, you want to do an auction? I got a space open next Friday on Deals of the Dawns.
Now, is next Friday this Friday and a couple, like tomorrow? Or
The
you mean-
29th? No, it's Kim's week this week.
How's it going, Donna? I hope everything's okay.
Somebody needs to put a 1 in the chat. I need a guest, please.
Put a 1 in the chat.
If not, I think I have a list of people somewhere. Greg's hiding. He says he's not doing it.
All right.
Chris is going to be at Disney.
How long are you going to be at Disney? Wow, congratulations. This sounds like fun.
Oh, I hear that. I understand that. Debbie says she almost fell for it again. You know, I'm going to hold you to it, Debbie, if you put that 1. Yeah, that is a nice trip. So the nieces and nephews are all going, Chris?
Wait, she says she was only dealing with the phone. You could send her that camera and then she could send it to Jennifer. I'm making like deals. Broker the
Chris
deal.
says he actually has an excuse this time. Oh, Lord.
Oh, well. How about Pearl? You want to do an auction, Pearl? Come on, Pearl.
Fun. Not sure about that. But the niece and nephew will have fun. They're adorable, Chris.
Wait.
Greg says he's not no YouTube sales virgin.
Sold on YouTube? I didn't know that.
No, I'm not looking for virgins. You can come on. Come on, Greg. You can be it.
You don't have to just, no, it doesn't have to be a virgin.
Carl says, oh, no, thank you.
You could be an old, I don't know.
I got it. If not,
You know-
I'll just go to my list and see who's on my list. See, Debbie said she'd buy your stuff, Greg.
Yeah, maybe I need some tools. Well, all right.
Well, if you decide.
You're not looking for virgin, there's a line.
Now that there's a line, right?
Okay.
Okay. Well, Greg, if you're interested, send me a message. Anybody, send me a message.
Aw.
I got like a few people who said they would do it if I got in a pinch.
You did? Good.
Yeah. I think Nana Tink said she would if she's feeling well.
Wow. Which beach? It's nice to go traveling while you can still walk. It's a good thing to do.
Right?
Oh, I'm sitting, I feel like you're old when you sit on the ground and your butt hurts, and you're old when you sit cross-legged and then you can't uncross your legs without pain. That's
Yeah. You ought to see me try to get up off the floor.
Oh, wow. Well, getting up off the floor is like, if I don't have anything to hoist myself up with, like a
Right?
couch
Oh my God.
table. Whoa. It's horrible.
I wish we had a Ben's close.
I have one that's about 50 minutes away and I haven't even gone because I don't want to buy.
I think she is. I gotta look. I want to put my thing on paper because I hate having to jump in the phone and see who's when. Right, Donna?
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I got somebody for that day too.
I remember sitting on the floor and thinking, this didn't used to feel like this. I felt like I could sit on the floor for like a whole show when I was a kid. Now it's like I sit on the floor for 5 minutes and my leg goes numb. And
Oh, really, Chris? Nice. That's only 45 minutes for me. I hope it's not in a crappy place.
What does he mean New Orleans is getting one? Oh, a Benz. Ooh.
Nice. I'm excited. I still do that, Carol. I just need help up.
Oh, wrapping the gifts.
Now I have my coffee table, one of those ones that you actually can pull the top up.
Oh,
so that makes nice wrapping.
I think Tony
I did write you down, Jennifer.
Maybe.
Does that mean you're going to do it? Jennifer.
I used to do that when I didn't have dogs. I think now I would prefer to not. Even after sweeping and then doing the Swiffer, there's still dog stuff. It's just around. When you have 2 golden retriever mixes, I've been brushing that dog.
Do you want to do it?
Cheryl, she's so sweet and fun when she came out. It would do fine. And
honestly, get a Roomba.
I think the Roomba would quit, but
she's like, I'm out the door.
The one that I was looking at, it was pretty expensive. I think the one that I would need is like well over $1,000.
Jennifer, is that probably not for me?
But I might try it in my new house because it makes sense.
I do too, Pearl, but
it runs every day happily. Huh. But you need to.
She said it runs every day happily with 3 dogs.
Well, you must have a very clear room. Well, if I have a place to throw my stuff, at least in the beginning of living in the new house, I could probably have a room to work around. My dogs run away from anything that sounds like mechanical.
I agree, Greg. I totally agree. Did you say clear room?
I know. Well, I'm just saying.
We normally do about 6 rounds with 3 items apiece. And if you can't do the whole 6, that's okay. And if it's going really, really slow, sometimes we'll cut it down. Yeah, they can make a team, huh? What you do, Debbie, is write in the comments, Jennifer, I want that.
But she said she's, I don't know. Oh, she says when she's opening and saying you want to bid on everything. But she probably would make prices. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I would like to do a private sale. Just like what you did with that lady who came over. You just show somebody I have, like, what do you want to look at?
Sure, just show something. I told her, I said, I'm going to sit here and eat my lunch. I said, you go through every box, every file cabinet you want. You dig. And that's what she did. And then she'd bring it to the... Debbie said she'll mail cash.
I'm up for that kind of a sale. Someone mail me.
Oh, cash. Yeah. Cash is always good.
Yep. Cash
oh, my goodness.
I did a Larry, yep.
You did a what?
Yep.
Oh. You think so, Pearl? See, Jennifer? So, Cheryl, my email is dawnsouthernfinds@gmail.com. So, if you decide to give me a holler.
Yep.
Bye, Bobby.
Have a good day. Oh, eBay days, cash in the mail. Oh, wow.
Greg says he remembers eBay days, cash in the mail.
Wow, really? I never listed back then. I didn't even have a computer for a very long time. And I didn't
remember like many years ago, I sold some books, and I'm trying to remember how I got paid from that.
She said checks, money orders. She's getting cash in the mail back in the day. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember the days when you could buy Amazon products and not get charged sales tax?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that when they first started out? That was so fantastic.
Yeah.
I know they wanted you to declare on your taxes that you bought. And then, I'm thinking, I'm not declaring that shampoo. Sorry.
Well, I sure hope I did my sales taxes correct this month.
Well, I hope you
I
do
don't know
too.
what I'm doing.
Back in the day. I don't think anybody ever sent me cash.
No, I never got cash.
I mean, I got handed cash. I never got sent cash.
I'm trying to see.
I mean, not even for like a birthday gift or anything. I used to
I'm trying to see when my first whatchamacallit was. YouTube. How do you tell? How do you tell?
Why?
Like the date of your first YouTube.
I don't know. There's a stat thing or about your channel. I know, like, someone was saying, like, this is the 3rd anniversary of my YouTube channel, but, like, I started my YouTube channel before I started, I mean, like, just to watch videos. So
No, but I mean, no, yeah, right. But I think when they do that, they mean when you actually started making videos.
I bounced a check on somebody once because I closed my bank account and opened up a different. I mean, in the same bank, I opened up a different checking account and I wrote a check on the old one, which was dumb of me. But the guy said, this was somebody I used or could have been using. He was a plumber, and he said to me, "I'm going to call the cops if you don't pay me within like 24 hours of this notice." I thought, are you crazy? I mean, I had been using his dad for 10 years. And I said, well, just take my credit card and you'll get paid right away. But I felt like the nerve of that guy saying that. I mean, I felt like he felt somehow like I was a deadbeat. But it was a serious oversight. He just doesn't know me.
Right.
That was the first and only time I ever bounced a check. Annoying.
I was trying to see what time, they say what time your subscribers are on. Like it's supposed to tell what time they're on.
They have counted money orders now too. I wouldn't even know what a money order should look like. I mean, I shouldn't say that out loud, but I've never gotten a money order in my life.
Well, I don't see it on here. So I don't know.
She said
I don't have to look on a computer.
Tells you when you signed up. Well, we've been doing this for over a year.
Right. No, 2 years.
I know, but it's crazy. It seems like just a minute ago.
Right.
I'm in dog years now. I said it's really happening. That it feels like 3 months since I got married. So it feels like only 5, half a year that we've been doing this. And then I saw something. It was like from over a year ago. Well, you're crazy.
Wow. Well, I guess I have to have a channel birthday and maybe give out a gift next March since I missed it. March 30th. I'm going to have to write that down, Chris.
People have channel birthday parties? Huh.
I'm going to work.
Well, I'm telling you.
You going to work?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. We're holding on. We're really holding on. Yeah, the year flew. It's crazy. I know older people used to tell me, like, wait till you get old, and then, like, a year is like a minute. And it's like, it's true. boom. Oop, I flipped out. And back. I can't believe it that I've been married over a year now. Unbelievable. So did my internet just start wonking out right now? I think it lasted almost the whole show. We're on almost 2 hours. We're going to have to go soon because John and Mary are going live and other people are doing stuff. I'm waiting for Dawn to come back to say goodbye. So, ooh, that sounded animated. We should put the sound on and we can hear it.
He's so silly.
Cut it off. Son.
No, I'm not cutting it off, so you can tell me. I told him he can't go back to work.
What are you talking about? My marriage or like being on YouTube for 40 years? You know, if anybody still wants to watch me in 40 years, I mean, I hope my husband, if I'm still alive, will. But if anybody wants to watch me on YouTube for 40 years, that would be cool. I'll be
Bless you.
100. I hope I can even remember to turn the computer on.
Well, Susie, I gotta go to the booth, honey.
It wasn't bad. I glitched while you were away, but that was the first time I glitched this whole show.
Yeah, now that you say that, you haven't been glitching.
I glitched during when you went away. I glitched. So,
but didn't you say that you did something?
It didn't help.
The modem or something.
The other night, we were trying to play Netflix or something, and it kept saying there's no internet, there's no this, there's no that, and like meanwhile I'm on the internet on my iPad, and he can't like stream, so there's still something wrong going on.
Okay, Cheryl, sounds great.
What are you talking about, Firehouse? I missed that whole
I don't know, I missed that. I was trying to see what they were talking about.
What's going on with the Firehouse? What is that? Is that code for smoking something? Going to the Firehouse?
Bye, Pearl.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up anyway.
Okay, Chris sent me I bet it's scary, huh, Chris? He sent me a screenshot of my first on Facebook of my first video. Sub shop Firehouse. Oh.
Firehouse. Oh, she's laughing. I'm like, I think it's code for smoking.
There you go.
Oh, I just got a messenger notification. Is that you?
Me?
No, somebody just messengered me. So I know who it was. The guy I'm taking to the pharmacy.
Oh, he's ready. Look.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All
right, guys. Thank y'all.
All right.
If y'all want to go tag up with Mary and Dawn, I can't because I have to run to the.
Yeah. So, hopefully, you get all the deadbeats out of your house. I'm sorry, not you. I meant the people watching. She's like, no.
Oh my God. Too funny.
Anyway, take care. And
you have to end it because it's your show.
Oh, I do. All right. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. And thanks for coming, and we love you. Bye.
She wants to know the guy you're taking. You know who it is. You know who it is, Jennifer.
Never mind.